Part 1, the machine, and it is a machine. This pedal steel guitar, built around 1996, is the result of many years of development of the instrument from the non-pedal steel guitar, which I will summarize in the history video. As you can see, it's designed to be played sitting down, so the player can use his or her feet and knees to push pedals on the floor and to move levers under the guitar. And the legs can be adjusted to accommodate players of different heights. This guitar, called a double 10, has 2 necks with 10 strings each on a 24-inch scale. At the left, as you sit at the guitar, is the nut and the tuning keys, which are used to tune the open strings. There are no frets as such, just lines across the fingerboard where frets would be. The lines getting closer together as you move towards the right, just like the frets on a guitar. At the right end are the pickups, one for each neck, and there's a selector switch. You can select one or the other or both. And the bridge, which is actually a set of metal fingers, one for each string, sort of like individually adjusted bridges on a guitar or bass. These fingers are part of what's called the changer, the mechanism that allows the pitch of strings to be changed mechanically by pushing those pedals or moving the levers with one's knees. You can see part of the changer at the right end of the guitar. So this finger continues down here, and there are 6 holes in each finger, so that you could potentially have 3 different raises on a string and 3 lowers. Note how the hex nuts move when I push a lever. Now on this here, we see that the 3 of these are moving, and that's lowering pitches, but at the same time, we can just barely see these going, which are raising strings on this neck. Now, if you look at string 3 on the E9th neck, you can see that the finger is moving that way, which reduces the tension on the string and lowers the pitch. But on this lever, if we look at string 4, we can see the finger is moving back this way, and that increases the tension and raises the pitch. The nuts here stop the motion of the finger, and you use this little hex tuner to tune these things. If you tighten them, they restrict the finger movement. If you loosen them, they allow it to move farther and raise or lower the pitch more. And there are 39 of these. So in order to get your guitar in tune, you have to tune 20 strings and 39 changes. So how does this actually happen? Well, we're going to have to look underneath the guitar now. Headlamp here. That's better. So here we have a system of rods, bell cranks, and so on. And if I move this lever here, this is that one that you can see 3 of these pulling here, and at the same time, these 2 moving here, which is going to raise strings on this. And then there's a fulcrum, and it's a clever design so that you're pulling, all the rods are being pulled, but you can raise or lower the string, even though it's called an all-pull changer. The Emmons guitars used to have a push-pull system, but those were very hard to keep in tune and very hard to work on. So I went for an all-pull guitar. So I have one string that has three raises and a lower on it, and some of the others have 3 changes. Now, in playing, a volume pedal is usually placed on the right foot to use, and sometimes it's attached to the pedal bar there. I don't use one of those because it's just one more thing to try to master. So the signal goes from the pickup here, would go to the volume pedal and pass through the volume pedal, and then into optionally a tuner, which is a very important device. And then from the tuner, it goes to the amp, just using the little carvings power mixture that we use to the Notorious Speaker Brothers. And from there to the snaps. Now, Hunzo have a design fill for an amp used, which is designed steel specifically, and you ought to be use the pedals substantial. I've also used in some model steel reverb. Usually, one last thing to pedal. To the legs of the guitar. Tap is this leg. You can extend, very handy. It's pretty robust. It could hold a lot of paper without falling apart. And I use tablature to learn different things, and I use a program called Table Edit that you can create tablature for the pedal style or guitar, mandolin, and so on and so forth. So this is what the tablature for Merle Haggard's holding things together looks like. And you can have it print the notes, or you can have it not, like so. Okay, thank you.